joining us here today.
My pleasure.
Well, we would love to hear a little bit more about your startup story.
Well, Practiceforces, which is our brand name, that brand name came into the existing later on after 2 years of my struggle. I came to this country in 2003, and at that time I was working for a company back in India, and I was doing back office offshore processing for medical health records and revenue cycle management. And those days in India we had very limited resources as far as the bandwidths are concerned. So we used to provide some services, and still because of the bandwidth use, there was some limitations.
Okay.
So it took us almost 5 years to reach up to the point that, now it's time to go to America and try something. And I tell you, TiE helped me a lot in that, because in the beginning I met some of the TiE members in Jaipur in India, and they motivated me that I should come to this country and try my luck there.
Interesting. So how did they motivate you? Was it just...
They came to Jaipur and they asked me to help meet some people over there. We arranged some meetings, and we opened the Jaipur chapter for TiE in 2099. And that really helped us, in synergizing the whole industry and then the energies. And then I spoke to Naren Bakshi, who was mentor at that time, who was in TiE, charter member. So that's where I got a click of idea that I should come here and then do something. And luckily I found an angel investor at that time, and he just gave me $50,000. And he's still my very good friend, and he's a partner in my business. He's a physician in this country. He really helped us in our company, giving us the guidance and advice and mentoring. And since I was knowing the subject and technical side, we both, the partnership really, worked out very well. And And we came up a long way.
Okay, so you've been doing the entrepreneur side for quite a while now. What advice would you give to other entrepreneurs who want to start their own business?
Well, the only thing I can tell, and my partner tells me all the time, that the one thing you really need is a passion. You should know your subject, and you should have a passion that you can really do. You want to do something in this field, and that really helps you in opening your path. And then you should have a persistence that you really wants to have it. One last thing I would advise to anyone, that don't go for a short-term gains. Always think long-term.
Okay.
So because it really helps in a long run. We failed. We had a lot of failures in last 8 years. We had a lot of failures. We had a lot of customer issues. We have a lot of client issues, but it never demoralized me. I was always full of enthusiasm. I was always full of at a positive side.
What was your biggest failure, and how did it change you?
Well, we had the biggest failure was in the beginning. What happened when we got first client? What happened? We ran into a contract with that client, and it ran very well. That contract was for 1 year, and there was an automated renewal after 1 year. But what happened? We learned from that client that they don't want to renew our contract. So that was kind of, because it was the first client, very good client, it was a surgery center, and we realized why they don't want to renew it. So we took it like a positive way, and we took the appointment with the senior people at the surgery center once our contract is expired, and we went there and we asked them, we just want to sit with you, just want to understand what are the issues you have. And they listed down 8 or 10 issues which they faced with our company. And even they were minor issues, we took them very seriously, and we made sure we will never repeat those things.
Great. So why don't we wrap by telling an inspirational story that might motivate our audience?
So you want me to
tell an inspirational story.
The inspirational story I can always, say, it's all kind of, if you are honest enough and if you persistently follow your dream, I think there would be a point where you have to decide which way is the right way. And if you are able to decide that this is the right way, you have to go. And if you have a feeling that this is the right way, you can go and you can grab the results. I think you will get there somehow. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.